Taylor?
Thank you, Liz. Well, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, it is free fishing weekend. Joining us now, fishing expert Jason Matity. Thanks for coming in this morning. And you said fish are biting this time of the year, so a perfect weekend to get out.
You know, for sure, and that's the thing. You know, I think we all as anglers, and I know you do some fishing of your own when you get a chance to get out, is it's very comfortable. You don't have to bundle up. It's not cold. Your hands are nice. You can feel the warmth. Sometimes a little, maybe too much warmth, so you might want to take a swim while you're out there, where you're taking a break from fishing. But the fishing's hot, the weather's hot. It's just good all around for free fishing weekend, for sure.
What's the best time of the year? Because I like getting out, nice and early before anyone else gets up. Is that the best time, bright and early? Not even quite bright yet?
Yeah, again, for our target species walleye, they like kind of the early morning, a little bit lower light. The clearer the lakes, like you go out to Lake Diefenbaker, evenings tend to be better. Fortunately, around Regina, the Qu'Appelle lakes, because we get a little bit green, get a little bit dirty, they'll bite all day. So that's the beauty of having a little bit dingier water, but anytime you get out is a good time.
Very
for sure.
cool. And with this free fishing weekend, yes, you can go out there and fish for free. You don't need a license, but there are still the limits that we need to follow.
For sure, and that's critically important, to make sure that you're going to the government website, environment.gov.sk.ca/fishing. They have all the regulations there of limits, upper size limits for pike, walleye, every species in the province, and even lake-specific regulations too. So nothing's going to ruin a free fishing day than going over your limit or not knowing those regulations. So really, really make sure you do that.
For sure. So once we're all set up and we get out there, what are some tips? What's the best way to catch the big one?
Well, obviously, this is where you need to start. You need to have yourself a decent rod and reel combo. These ones are in that $50 to $70 range. They're a little bit more expensive, but this one, you can see it has a fairly flimsy front end. And what that means is you'll find the cheaper the rod, the more flex you have in here. Not as sensitive, if you will. This one, it firms up a lot quicker. So when you're jig fishing, for example, for walleyes, you'll be able to feel those light ticks a little better. And when you set the hook, that rod is really going to hold them on there. Whereas this one, you're going to have a lot of bounce, and you're going to really have to make sure to keep that line taut so that fish doesn't shake off. They're real Houdinis down there when they do that, as I'm sure we've experienced. So, the jig is obviously a good one. I know this is a pretty small one here, but it's also the time of year to get real aggressive too, if you want to try to get some of those bigger fish. And these are kind of expensive too. They're around 10 to 12 bucks. Some of these bigger shad wraps and tail dancer Rapella baits that are some of my favorites. And just a quick shout out, thanks to Cabela's for letting me bring some stuff in today, but really, really good stuff for those bigger fish. Big
worth
pike
it if
and
you want
walleye.
to catch the big one.
Absolutely.
What else? You brought a nice life jacket. Compact, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. And this one, this is kind of newer these days in the last couple of years. And what these are is you put a little cylinder in, they're inflatable. They're very comfortable to wear is the key thing. And if you go overboard or you go in the water, then they'll inflate. You'll have to recharge them. But the really cool thing is, life jackets are kind of bulky, they're kind of hot. This thing is really, you don't even know it's on.
Very cool.
The only thing is you do have to have it on in the boat. It's regulation that you have other life jackets in the boat, not be wearing them. This one you have to wear if you're going to go with that option.
All right, if people want to head out for more information, they can go to your website.
Absolutely, MatitysGetFishing.com. We've got all kinds of tips on there all the time, 24/7, accessible on any device.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in, Jason. Also visit the government website if you need the rules and regulations. Over to you, Chanel.